Hi dear students, welcome to the section of Mathematics of class 10. Today we are going to deal with the MCQs of the chapter Trigonometry. So dear students, trigonometry, that's a new topic which we are going to deal with, right? In our 9th class we have not at all studied about such a particular topic, and so let me introduce what trigonometry is. Trigonometry really is a branch of mathematics which deals with the study of right angles triangles, and there is a relation. That's what we are going to study today. There is a relationship between the angle and the side, the angles and the side, because when we are studying in 9th class and 8th class we studied about triangles. We know there are different types of triangles and each triangle has 3 sides, and if you know 3 measures, it may be 3 angles or it can be 3 sides, you can construct any triangle using the triangular law. If you are coming within the triangular law, you can draw any triangle, right? That was the thing which we studied, but today we are going to study that there is a relationship between angle and the side, especially of a right angled triangle. So that's the thing which we are going to deal with today. So here goes the starting of the chapter trigonometry. First of all, when we are studying about trigonometry, you must have studied about the trigonometric ratios such as sine theta, cos theta, tan theta, cosec theta, sec theta and cot theta. So actually when I said theta, 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 what actually this theta means? This theta is actually the angle measure. That is the angle, because in polynomials when we are studying, we studied that when we don't know a particular number, when an unknown number is given, we used to represent it by x. That's the study which we studied in our algebra, right? The study of algebra. Whenever we don't know some particular material, we used to consider it as x. So here, this one we are going to consider it as theta. Theta is a Greek letter just to symbolize the, it just gives the symbolification of the angle measure. The angle measure, that's the meaning of theta. So actually let me draw here a triangle and let me introduce one by one. So let us draw a triangle. So I told you this trigonometry deals with the study of right angled triangle, right? So let us draw a right angled triangle. It's a right angled triangle, and let us take the names as here let it be at B, this is your A and this is your C. So ABC is a right angled triangle, and the main thing is that you can see at B it is right angled, right? At B it is right angled, and you know that the side opposite to the 90 degree is the longest side, and the longest side is what we call the hypotenuse, right? That is the hypotenuse. Then this side, that is the base, and this is the perpendicular. But in this chapter, when we are considering about this one, we have to choose any one angle. Let us choose angle A. We are going to consider this angle A, and this angle A, regarding this angle A, you have to formulate the trigonometric ratios. So here goes it. If you are taking angle A for a reference, you can take angle A or you can take angle C. That means both the acute angles, any one of the acute angle you can take. But here for our convenience, I am taking the base angle, that is A. So regarding A, you have to know that this is the hypotenuse, the longest side AC is what we call the hypotenuse, and the side opposite to angle A, which is the side opposite to angle A, it is BC. That is what we call the opposite side. Side opposite side, isn't it? So the CB or BC is what we call the opposite side, and AB is what we call the adjacent side. Means adjacent side means the side which is lying very adjacent to the given angle. So we can say AB is the adjacent side and BC is the opposite side. In some textbooks you can see that BC is referred as the perpendicular and AB is referred as base. But more than that, if you are studying opposite side and adjacent side, that will be much more bigger, much more better for you, because in sometimes this may be a figure given for you and you have to find sine C. So at that time this may be the figure given for you. If you want to find the value of sine C, at the time your angle reference is this angle. So at that time actually this is not the perpendicular, but this is the perpendicular, and this becomes the base. So normally there will be a confusion in your mind here. Which one is the perpendicular, which one is the base, because most probably we will think the thing which is standing straight, upright, that is the perpendicular, right? Every time you have to think like that yourself. So better than that, if you are studying about opposite angle, then from here, even if you are taking this angle as reference, the opposite side will be automatically this side itself. It's not going to happen this side, right? It will be always that side itself. That's why I tell you, if you are taking opposite side, adjacent side, hypotenuse, that will be much more easier. So let us take that one itself. So students, in this triangle, I already told you A is the point of reference, right? From regarding A, taking A, considering A as the angle of reference, from there we are going to speak. So from this one already you know sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, cosec theta, sec theta and cot theta. That's the thing which we are going to deal with. We already studied this chapter, so you know those things. So straightforward, let me come into that trigonometric ratio. First of all, sin A, sine of A. So sin A is equal to, then we will study about cos A, then tan A. These are the three identities, or these are the three trigonometric ratios which you have to study initially. So sin A is opposite side by hypotenuse. So we will write opposite side divided by hypotenuse. What is opposite side of A? It is BC, right? Opposite side of A is BC. So we can write here, it will be BC divided by, what is the hypotenuse? It is AC. Now, what about cos A? It is adjacent side by hypotenuse. Where is your adjacent side? AB is your adjacent side. So AB divided by adjacent side by again hypotenuse itself, AC, like that. Now what about tan theta or tan A? Here it is tan A. So tan A is, here you studied about sine, cos. Now next one is tan A. It is opposite side by adjacent side. What is the opposite side here? It is BC divided by, what is the adjacent side? It is AB. Is that clear? So if you know these three identities, that's the initial thing which you have to learn with. So if you know sin A, then what about cosec A? Cosec A is the reciprocal of sin A, means 1 by sin A is cosec A, means just the opposite of sin A will be cosec A. So if sin A is BC by AC, then cosec A will be AC divided by BC. So now tell me, what will be sec A? Sec is the reciprocal function of cos. So we can say cos A is equal to AB by AC, then sec A will be AC by AB. Is that clear? Now what about cot A? It will be a reciprocal of tan A, right? It is BC by AB, so cot A will be AB divided by BC. So actually you must know only these three things. See, opposite side by hypotenuse, adjacent side by hypotenuse, opposite side by adjacent side. That means hypotenuse will come only in sin theta and cos theta, not in tan theta. Is that clear? And in that way also you can say 1 by 1. If you are taking adjacent side, it never used to comes in sin theta. And if you are considering opposite side will be never coming inside a cos theta. So like this, if you know these things very fast, you can understand which trigonometric ratio is relevant to so as to solve the given problem. This is the first thing which you have to study with. Next one, the complementary angles. When you're studying about complementary angles, sine of 90 minus theta. I told you theta means that is this measure is what we call theta. Okay, sine 90 minus theta is cos theta, and just opposite, cos of 90 minus theta is sin theta. So sine and cos, they have a difference of 90 degree. When you're studying in the diagram, you can understand that. When you're taking the graph and plotting that one, you will understand this. So I think you have already studied about this in your chapter, right? So being the MCQ section, I'm just giving a capsule thing just to understand this thing. That's it. So sine and cos. So similarly, you can take tan and cot, cosec and sec. Means cosec 90 minus theta will be sec theta, and sec 90 minus theta will be cosec theta, and tan 90 minus theta will be cot theta, and cot 90 minus theta will be tan theta. So like this, sine and cos, they are interrelated. So the relationship between sine and cos is that sine 90 minus theta will be cos theta, and the relationship between sine and cosec is sine theta is equal to 1 by cosec theta, or cosec theta is equal to 1 by sine theta. So you must know that one also. The main content we are going to get into right now, that's what we call the identities. Identities, mainly you know that there are 9 identities. Identities are sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1, sine square theta is equal to 1 minus cos square theta, cos square theta is equal to 1 minus sine square theta, sec square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1, sec square theta is equal to 1 plus tan square theta, and tan square theta is equal to sec square theta minus 1. Cosec square theta minus cot square theta is equal to 1, cosec square theta is equal to cot square theta plus 1, and cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta minus 1. These are the 9 identities. You may be amazed how I can say this much speed, right? How can you get this thing? Because this is the main thing that which students used to get amazed, means they have no idea about these identities, taking theta there and here, there and here. Actually, how we are saying this, you know, there are only 3 identities which you have to keep by heart in your mind. And from that 3 identities, every identity will come over. I will tell you what are the 3 identities. That is sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. That is the first thing. From this one, you can find sine square theta, right? Sine square theta is equal to 1. Taking the cos square theta to that side, it will become sine square theta is equal to 1 minus cos square theta. Like that, cos square theta is equal to, taking the sine square theta to that side, it will become 1 minus sine square theta. So those 3 equations will come from this single equation. Next one is sec square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. Another one. So from this one, what is sec square theta? Just imagine that you are taking this tan square theta to that side. What it will become? 1 plus tan square theta, because it was minus. When taken to that side, it will become 1 plus tan square theta. So you can say sec square theta is equal to 1 plus tan square theta. Then the third one, just tan square theta. So tan square theta is equal to, if you are taking tan square theta there and putting this 1 to this side, it will become tan square theta is equal to sec square theta minus 1. And the next one is, instead of sec, just you can go forward with cosec square theta minus cot square theta is equal to 1. So actually we can say that if you know these 3 equations, these 3 identities, these are the main 3 identities. So if you know these 3 identities, you can understand. Then the other one which was separated from this one was this complementary angles, right? These are what we call the complementary angles. And this is the trigonometric ratio which you have to understand. So this is the basic things which you have to learn while entering into the chapter of trigonometry. So now, after this one, you have to study about some complementary ratios. You have to study some trigonometric ratios, So regarding trigonometric ratios, if you are studying those trigonometric ratios by heart itself, very fast you will be able to solve the MCQs. Because if you are studying this much, I told you this is the base. Then along with that one, you have to study the complementary ratios, some of the trigonometric ratios. We are going to study the ratios. I will tell you how to deal with that one, so that you can understand very easily what trigonometric ratios are and how to deal with them when you are doing or when you are trying to solve any MCQ. So here goes it. So there are some angles which you have to study. First of all, sine theta, cos theta and tan theta. Only 3 things. There is no need to study cosec, sec and cot, because here also I told you, if you know sine, you can find cosec, just take the reciprocal. If you know cos, you can find sec, take the reciprocal. If you know tan, you can find the cot also, taking the reciprocal. So like this, if you know one, another thing also will come from that one. So that's why you just study only something which is relevant. From that one, try to make the another identities. That will be much more easier for you, or else you will be thinking that trigonometry is something like a big hill and you're not going to climb that in your lifetime. So never think like that. It's so easy if you're understanding that in the correct way. Okay, here goes the complementary ratios or the trigonometry ratios. So sine theta, cos theta and tan theta. Again, we are going to deal with those things, and here there are some angles which you have to study about. The last one is, I'm writing from here to here. So the last one is 90 degree. Then you have to study about 60 degree, 45 degree, 30 degree, 0 degree. So here I am taking sine theta, cos theta and tan theta. So these 3 things are here: sine theta, cos theta, tan theta. If you know this much values, it will be very easy. I will tell you how to understand these values. Okay, sine, first of all, you just need to study by heart the values of sine. Sine 0 is 0. Clear? Sine 0 means theta, the value of theta here is 0. Sine 30 degree, it is 1 by 2. Sine 45 degree, it is 1 by root 2. Sine 60 degree, it is root 3 divided by 2. Sine 90 degree, it is 1. Means this is an increasing function. You can see it is gradually increasing from 0 up to 1. The maximum point is 1. Just opposite will be cos. Means what is sine 90? That will be cos 0. Because already here I told you, when you are studying about, where is it? Here it is. I told you the difference between sine and cos is about 90 degree. So cos 0 is actually sine 90 degree. Okay, so we can write like this: 1 here, root 3 by 2 here, just writing backwards, 1 by root 2, then 1 by 2, finally 0. Okay, that much is clear. From this one thing also you have to know, sin theta by cos theta is equal to tan theta, and like that cos theta by sin theta is cot theta, reciprocal function. So keeping this in your mind, if you want to find tan theta, you have to find sin by cos. Sin theta by cos theta is tan theta. So this one divided by this one will be this one. So tell me 0 by 1, it is 0 itself. 1 by 2 divided by root 2, root 3 by 2. 2 and 2 will get cancelled. 1 by root 2, 1 by root 3, it is remaining. Now here, 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2. The numerator and denominator are the same number, so while cancelling them together, you will get 1 itself. Root 3 by 2 and 1 by 2. 2 and 2 will get cancelled. Root 3 by 1 will be there. That means it is root 3. Next one, 1 by 0. 1 by 0 means we can't divide it by 0. It's not defined. So we will put it as infinity. We don't know. It's not defined. So you got this much. Now, if you want to find cosec, what about cosec? Take the reciprocal. 1 by sine. 1 by sine is cosec. So 1 by 0. What is 1 by 0? It is not defined, right? So it will be not defined. What about cosec 30? Take the reciprocal of this one. What will become? 2 by 1. That means it is 2. Then what about cosec 45? Root 2 by 1. It is root 2 itself. What about cosec 60? 2 by root 3. Like that, just take the reciprocals. If you want to find sec 30. What is sec 30? What is cos 30? It was root 3 by 2. So sec 30 will be the reciprocal. So it will become 2 by root 3. So like this, if you know sine, cos and tan, from this one you can find cosec, sec and cot. So this much things you have to keep in your mind. From this much information only we can get into the chapter. So I'm just keeping this information here starting on the board. Let it be here itself. Let us keep there without touching. So these are the important things which you have to study. Now let us get into the chapter, and now let us deal with the MCQ sessions.